Alright, so this is just a basic movement drill where you do around the world, and it practices a ton of fundamentals at the same time, so it's a really good first drill just to do for hours and hours. And it is a little harder than it looks. So you can, doesn't matter who the training mode dummy is, just push them off the side platform, and now you have access to the sort of four platforms, if you consider the stage a platform. And you're going to start on one of the side platforms and go around the world, clockwise, counterclockwise, doesn't really matter. You want to do both directions, obviously. And as you go around the world, you pick an aerial to do, and you have to do that same aerial for all four of the aerials. So if I'm doing a forward air, I do 1, 2, 3, 4 forward airs. And now I'm back to where I started, and I could choose a new aerial like a neutral air, 3, 4, and I've done all of them. So this drill, you're practicing a bunch of stuff, like I said. The most obvious is you're practicing Z canceling, because the goal of this drill is to do it as fast as possible. And so by Z canceling, you're obviously increasing your speed by a ton. The other thing you're practicing is just getting good dashes out of landing, because if you're trying to go as fast as you can, you don't want to land a forward air and then start running, and then land a forward air and then start running. You want it to be as smooth as possible. So as soon as you land, you're already ready to dash to the next platform. And so working on just those two things will increase your speed a ton in the game. But there's a couple more small things than that. We want to work on being comfortable on these side platforms. So as I land on the side platform and I'm ready to jump to the top, I don't want to be the case that I run off the platform and then use my double jump to get to the top platform. And I don't want it to be the case that I just jump and don't turn around, or even do a turnaround jump like this without sort of having a dash. I guess I'm getting a dash right there, but like that. You don't want it to be like that. You always want it to be the case that you have to do a really small dash and then a full hop to get to the top platform like this. And so that's going to increase how comfortable you are working with these side platforms. If I'm right in the middle, do I think that I can get this dash without falling off the platform first and doing the jump, things like that? And that stuff actually will matter subconsciously in-game a lot, especially as you get to a higher level. So you're practicing some subtle stuff like that too, to try to make this drill as fast as possible. And then you're practicing some other obvious things which I haven't mentioned yet. For example, if you're doing up airs, you have to learn how to up air without jumping. I don't know why my frame rate is going down so much. Hopefully it's not for you. You have to up air without jumping. And the hardest one, which I probably can't do because I have to use a special plug-in for this, the controller in the bottom left screen to work, so it's not actually raw. But anyway, no more excuses. The down airs are really hard to do without fast falling. You sort of just have to like down tilt like this. And that's pretty good for a number of reasons. You can just sort of do run-off spike without killing yourself with Captain Falcon and stuff. And the last thing I should mention is if you're doing like a back air, you want it to be a back air where you continue to go forwards. So if I run off the side platform and I do a back air, I don't want to land here right next to the platform. I want to land in the middle of the stage. And I do that by doing a back air and then immediately hitting the thumbstick back over to the forwards direction. So I run off the platform, I sort of do a side smash to the right to get my back air, and then immediately hit the thumbstick back over to the left. And that'll allow me to continue going forwards with my back air instead of going backwards. So that makes back air a little bit more fun as you're doing this drill, to sort of try to gain forward distance as you're doing it. Alright, so this is definitely one of my favorite drills, and I encourage you to do this for a long time. And it'll make you feel way more comfortable. It is ridiculously frustrating at first for some reason.